Good morning, this is Robert. Today I have another big announcement. As you may already know from the title of the video, we'll be covering character introductions as well as character voting for Final Spectrum Codename PC. Basically, throughout the coming months, I'll be revealing characters that will potentially be in Codename PC. I say potentially because it'll be up to you, the viewers, which character makes it into the game as a playable character. And as much as I'd like to put every one of my characters into this project, it wouldn't be a realistic goal for me, as this is going to be a significantly more ambitious project compared to the Final Spectrum minigame. So who are the new characters? Well, today I'll be introducing two of them, but I'd also like to reintroduce two characters that you may already know of, Bennick and Isla. They're making their return from the previous game, along with some slight differences in clothing and appearance. In terms of gameplay, both of these characters will be significantly different. This is mostly because Codename PC's battle system will be a lot more in-depth. For example, if you've ever played the minigame, you'll know that Bennick carries around a shield, but never uses it. That's going to change in this game, as he'll actually have a mechanic that allows him to use his shield in combat. And as for Isla, she'll still have her projectiles, but her combat will also revolve around other features that are currently not in the Final Spectrum minigame. And now we have our first set of new characters, Rigel and Callista. In the world of Final Spectrum, there are a number of territories governed by people known as the Spectrum Grand Judges. As Grand Judges, Rigel and Callista are in charge of their own territories and are responsible for that specific territory's overall well-being within the nation. Grand Judges also have the power to dispatch warriors known as Spectrum Elites, such as Bennick and Isla, to defeat monsters throughout the land or condemn any non-government person or organization within the territory without question. The general population has mixed feelings on the Spectrum Elites and Grand Judges, but are ultimately unable to do without them due to the threat of monsters ravaging their towns and cities. In terms of gameplay, Rigel is a character who revolves around a mix of ranged and hand-to-hand combat. He's able to create powerful energy blasts that he can throw at his enemies. In exchange for those strengths, however, he does lack speed, but if you like brawlers and energy blasts, he might be a character that you'd like to vote for. As for Callista, she has the ability to create energy blades that can cut through her enemies. She's basically a character that's designed for hitting a bunch of targets within a broad area, rather than dealing a ton of damage at one single point. So there are two ways of voting. The first method is by simply leaving a comment in the comment section, letting me know which character you like the best. You'll also be able to do this with other future videos that I make, so long as they're relating to character votes for Codename PC. The second method for voting is by liking certain character-related posts. You can find a link to these posts by checking the description, or by searching my social media profile for any posts that have the Final Spectrum Vote hashtag in them. Sometime after all of the characters have been introduced, I'll be tallying up the number of votes for each character, and the top voted character will be chosen for the game. Hey, thanks for watching. If you'd like to support the channel and the development of my next game, please consider checking out the Final Spectrum Supporter Edition on PC. I don't have a Patreon or anything, so this is basically a way for you all to show support, while also getting some cool stuff, including a PC port of the previous Final Spectrum minigames. And if you get the game, don't forget to leave me a message at checkout. Feedback will have a huge impact on what other characters I add to Final Spectrum Codename PC. Anyways, that's all I have for you today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.